Hi guys, Autumn here today to do my weekly wrap up for September week 1 and week 2. Sorry I didn't post week 1 last week. I am sick. I'm still sick. But last week I started my sickness. I actually have bronchitis and an ear infection. So if I sound sick, I'm still recovering from that. So yes, I read a total of 10 books the first 2 weeks. And yeah, really I read 6 books the first week and then 4 books Friday and Saturday. So yeah, and sorry about the waters that you see. And also sorry about the lighting. It's raining right now, so there's no natural light. So I'm gonna start with the Read Me Romance podcast book for the first week of September, which is Baby I'm Yours by Fiona Davenport. This is book 5 in the... Sorry about that too. One of my books just fell down. So we have this one, and this is book 5 in the Yeah Baby novel. And this was a previously released book, but this is the first book by Fiona Davenport that I've read. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars, and this follows Aspen and Weston. This was a street baby book. They meet one night, and Weston leaves, and he's gone for a year, and when he comes back, he finds out she had his baby. And 3 out of 5 stars. And then I read this week's Read Me Romance podcast, which is She's the One by Ella Good. Maybe. And this was the first female romance on the podcast. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. First book by Ella Good, and I love this. This book is so cute, and I just loved it. It follows Macy, who is, I say this is high school, college, I don't remember. I think it might be college, but anyways, this follows Macy, who is kind of naive, and then Star, who is a lesbian, and Macy is just figuring out she likes women, and it's that story, and I loved it. It was so cute, and highly recommend. I'm sorry. As I said, I'm still sick, so. And then I read my only one by Ella Good. This follows 2 characters you meet in She's the One. This follows Mac and Dally. I give this 4 out of 5 stars. This was really cute. And highly recommend. I picked this up right after I finished She's the One. It's on KU, Kindle Unlimited, so it is also 99 cents. This came out on 9/11, and yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go to my physical books. So the first one I read was a reread, and that's Desperately Seeking Roommate by Macaulay Smeltzer. The second book in this series comes out later this month, and I got the audiobook of this for a code, a free one for review, so this was the first book I read this month. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This came out April 19th, and the audiobook came out in August 5th. So yes, but this follows Lou, who needs a roommate because she can't afford the rent by herself, so she put an ad on the school paper, And Abel, who is the star quarterback of their college, decides to answer it. And I have a full review on this if you want. I'll leave it linked down below, but it's really cute. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I love the audiobook. Then I read Tempt the Boss by Natasha Madison. This is book 1 in the Tempt series. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I listened to this through Audible Escape. This follows Lauren, who is recently divorced. She finds out that her husband cheated on her with her son's teacher, and they just recently got divorced. So it follows her going to work for the first time in quite some time, and she gets in an accident and on her way to the work, and who does she get in an accident with other than her boss? So this is their story. This is Lauren and Austin, 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read the second book in the Tempt series. Oh, that's really bright, sorry. Tempt the Playboy by Natasha Madison. I'm just going to put this down. This follows Kaylee and Noah. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Also listened to that on the Audible Escape. Kaylee is Lauren's sister, and Noah is Austin's best friend. And you meet them in Tempt the Boss. I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read I Just Want You by Kaylee Ryan. Yeah, Kaylee Ryan. This is another office romance boss employee book. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. This follows Blakely and Crew. Crew just recently got an inheritance that he didn't know about. He had a grandma die, and she left him some money, and he decides to open a bar. And Berkeley just graduated for college, but no one wants to hire her because she's freshly out of college, and most of the places she applies to want some experience. So Crew and his friend hire her to be their manager, assistant, whatever you call it, and it's their story. 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read Tangled Like Us by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is book 4 in the Like Us series. This follows Thatcher and Jane. Thatcher is Jane's bodyguard. This book follows fake dating. And I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. Listen to this on audio, and this came out on January 17th of this year, so it was a new release this year. And I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and really enjoyed it. And then I read Sinful Like Us by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the 5th book in the Like Us series. This also is the continuation of Jane and Thatcher's story. I'm going to put that down. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It came out on the 10th of September. And I read that because the audio is not out yet. And this picks up right where Tangled Like Us ends. And then this book mostly follows the fallout of Tangled Like Us. And then Jane is planning Maximus and Farlow's wedding, and they end up going to Scotland, and in Scotland they are snowed in with 17 people. So yes, I really enjoyed this book. 5 out of 5 stars, and really loved this series. And then finally, the last book I read was Recovered by Jade Crownover. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars. This follows Often in Cable. I read this, I listened to this on audio, and this was a Read Me Romance, or not Read Me Romance, a romance reveal book. So I owned it. Honestly, this is the second Jade Crownover book I've read, and it's the last. Honestly, she's okay, but she does nothing for me. I just don't really like her writing style. So, there's just a lot of other authors I like that I have on my TBR. So, yeah. Yeah, this book was just okay for me. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you what this was about, other than Cable was addicted to drugs, and Aftern, I never know how to say that. Sorry, was hired to watch out for him, babysit him. And that's pretty much it. So those are the 10 books I read the first 2 weeks of September. I am 8 books away from my Goodreads goal, which is 200. So I'm going to try to hit that this week. I don't know if I will, but I am currently reading Crocs Untamed by Tilly Cole. This is book, 5? 6, 7, something in the Hades Hangman series. I don't remember what one this is, but I'm only 59 pages in, and I'm loving it so far. So, yes, that's what I'm currently reading. And then my audiobook is Bad Saint by Monica James. So I hope to get Bad Saints and Fallen Saints, which is book 1 and 2, read by Thursday, because the third book in that trilogy comes out on Thursday. So those are my reading plans for the week. As I said, I'm trying to read 8 books. I will have the Read Me Romance podcast books, so that would be 5. And if I finish this, I have the novella, and then I have another book in this series. So I could potentially read, 3, 6, 7. So I would just have to find another one. But I doubt I will be able to read all 7 of those and another one. But I'm going to try. If not, I will do it the following week, because the following week is Contemporary-a-thon. So, regardless, I will read, I will meet my Goodreads goal this month. So, yes. But as I said, those are the 10 books I read. If you want a full review on any of them, just let me know. And what are some books you read this past 2 weeks? And I'll see you guys later. Bye.